Welcome to lesson 1 of Learn to Invest in 7 Steps. In this lesson, I give you an overview of the 7 steps and what I'm going to cover in the course. Before doing that, I want to share a story. Remember the time when you first learned how to ride a bike? Was that an easy experience? Was that difficult? For me, it was incredibly hard. My parents first tried training wheels, and I literally would ride leaning the entire time on the one training wheel. And so I could never get my balance. They tried to describe they took the training wheels off and then tried to describe, well, here's what you do. You try to keep the balance. And I couldn't do it. I would ride along the sidewalk. I would crash. They would hold me up. And I just couldn't grasp the concept of bike riding and balance. Then one day when no one was around, I got on my bike and I went to my side yard, which was grass, and then I started riding down our back hill, which was grass. And suddenly it all clicked. I finally got it. And then I could go onto the sidewalk and ride a bike, and it was incredible. What was the difference? Well, the difference was just like in this picture where Robert Donovan is taken a picture of his daughter actually learning to ride a bike the first time. And he tried to capture the speed of it. But she's also on the grass. When you learn to ride a bike on grass, if you fall, you don't get hurt. In this course, the best way to learn to invest is to actually invest, to use your own money, but do it in a way where you're not going to get hurt. And how do you do that? Well, I'll show you in step 1 how to open a brokerage account. And we'll go step by step. I'll actually do some screencast and show you how to do that, what the information is required. But you can open an account with as little as $50. One of the brokers I'll show you doesn't even have an account minimum. The other one has a $500 minimum, but the other one really doesn't have a minimum at all. So you can fund it with $100 or $200. Why would you want to fund a brokerage account with so little money? Because we're going to go to step 2, 3, and 4 and buy specific securities. Just buy one stock, perhaps 1 or 2 shares. The idea is to not to make thousands of dollars investing when you first start out, is to actually experience trading a stock. What's a limit order? How do you buy it? And to experience how it changes in price from day to day, what the volatility is. What are some of the things you might look for in buying a stock or buying an exchange traded fund, what that is, how that trades like a stock, but it actually mirrors a asset class or an asset type, be it real estate, be it European stocks, be it small company U.S. stocks. But that's step 3 is to buy an exchange traded fund. Step 4 is to actually buy a closed-end fund. And again, we're talking just a few shares so you can experience it. A closed-end fund also trades like a stock, but it has a professional money manager, and it has some additional wrinkles in that it can be bought at a premium or bought at a discount. You can use it to buy fixed income type investing, but we'll explore what closed-end funds are. Now, all 3 of these, step 2, 3, and 4, they're all small dollar amounts. So it's like riding a bike on the grass where you're just learning how the securities work, how do you buy them, and you can do them in small amounts. Step 5 then is once we have this core knowledge, we have an account, we are able to buy securities, we're comfortable doing that, how do you continue to increase your knowledge? And what's so fascinating today is you can have essentially a virtual mentor, somebody that is an expert, be a hedge fund manager, be it some other professional money manager, and they don't even know that you're following what they're doing through Twitter, through conference calls that companies offer, that fund companies offer, through videos that they're putting out on YouTube. You can learn to invest from some of the smartest minds in the business. When I look back at how I learned to invest, that's effectively what I did. I spent years meeting with money managers, asking them questions, but I also learned just by reading their material, watching their videos, where they didn't even know that they were my mentor. I was learning from them. You can establish that type of network. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you some of the questions that are good to ask as you explore and continue to build your knowledge. Because what I show you here is really a journey. It's not 7 steps and you're done. It's here's the 7 steps and then sort of rinse and repeat. You try them again and you continue to build on your knowledge. Part of that is step 6, which is to focus on asset classes. Over the long term, your investment success will depend on your asset allocation. What are the asset classes in your portfolio, be it different types of stock sectors, in terms of emerging markets, in terms of developed markets, be it real estate investment trust, be it the type of bonds, it could be investment grade bonds, non-investment grade bonds. Every asset class has a different wrinkle, and there are subject matter experts that you can tap into and learn and ultimately learn how to put together a portfolio. I managed billions and billions of dollars for institutions, and I worked with and help these boards learn asset classes and how to invest. And that's the process that we're going to take here. Step 7 then is to keep experimenting. The best way to learn is by doing, but you do it in a way that you're not risking large amount of capital. You start out small and you build on your knowledge and then continue saving. And as your savings grow, your investment knowledge is growing so that you can use more sophisticated strategies. But ultimately, these are the 7 steps that you can use to learn to invest. These are the steps that I used coming from a novice investor where I really knew nothing about investing at all to where I became a professional money manager following these 7 steps. That's the overview. Next lesson, we're going to start with step 1, open a brokerage account. Before I do that, I need to share an important disclosure. I used to be a registered investment advisor, professional money manager. We had compliance departments that would crack down and make sure that we were sharing disclosures with our clients. And I want you to know that everything I share with you in this course is my opinion. And it's for general education only. I've not considered your specific situation. And I'm not offering any type of investing, trading advice. I'm simply providing education. So as I show you specific securities, as we walk through steps of actually buying a stock or buying a closed-end fund, these are not security recommendations. These are simply used as an example, and so you can understand and learn to invest. So then you can go off on your own, follow the steps, and continue on that journey to become a successful investor. Thanks.